Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of this web series or tutorials on how to create a full-featured e-commerce platform. It's Nihat from Easy Web Tuts, and last time we just had a small introduction on how to use the frameworks and how to set it up. We'll dig deeper into that in a little bit, but for now, in this second part, what we need to do, we need to create the databases. So I have my MySQL workbench here. Let's create the database. Let's create a database and call it underscore comma. Just use for collection. Let's always use U2F general. U2F general CI apply. Okay, so our schema is created. Now let's bring up our tables to see, because we need to match our models with our tables. Not doesn't have to be exactly the same name, but description wise and what it does or what it saves has to be similar. So if you go to your folder, HTML, there you go, models. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7. So let's create those tables. Okay, let's switch to workbench. Let's double click in our new. Let's create a table and let's call this user. Of course, it's going to have an ID which will be used as the user ID. The user will have a first name field and last name field. You don't really need the date of birth. What we need is email, password field, and then, for example, address, line 1 field, address, line 2, and finally postal code, contact number, postal code, contact number, email, password, and then of course I created add field. This will be timestamp, and it's never gonna be null, and it's gonna have a default value of current timestamp constant or MySQL function, where basically this says whenever a new record is inserted, or to insert this field with the exact time this record has been inserted, which in our terms that will mean the exact time this user has registered. They're all gonna be not null because we need all of them, maybe except address line 2, we do not need that. Then we have first name, last name, not unique, just make it not null. And it's always good practice to choose exactly what you're going to be needing in your database in regards to the field length and how many characters that field can take. So for the ease of use, we just use 255 for all of them. So let's go here, add 255. Come on, we don't have all day. Then password, that's definitely 255. Then address line 1, 255. 255. Postal code, that should be fine. Contact number, that should be fine. Then let's create the table. Okay, let's switch back and see what other tables. We have secret token. Okay, let's create a new table. Secret token. It's gonna have an ID. Token. Oh, that's a secret token for each user when they need to recover their password or receive a new password. So we'll say the user ID, then here we'll say token, and we'll add a field, say used, and then we add a field here when it was created. So I created that, as usual, timestamp. That will be current timestamp, and then of course none of them are null. This will be small int basically. Token, we need it to be big, so we'll do 255. And user ID, that's of course gonna be an int. And here we need to auto increment that. Okay, this table looks fine. Let's create the table here. Close. What else? Order, and then order list, items, and admin. Let's create admin and blocked, and then leave item, order list, and order at the end. So if you create a new schema and we call it admin, of course with admin we need the admin ID, we need the admin username, we need the admin password, and we need to know if the admin is super user or not. And then we need to do what we can set up here. I'm not sure if we should add the last login just to know exactly. Let's use the last login, but I don't think we need that, so straight away we go ahead and just create or add or created that, which as I said earlier will be timestamp, current timestamp. Okay, the ID was username, not now, super user, and that would be small int. I'll give it a default of 0. Then none of them gonna be null, so password 255, username 255. Let's apply. And then what else do we need? We need to create a blocked schema, so we would say blocked we will make this small for general use, so what we would say is it's best practice to leave an ID. Let's just create an ID field here, and then we'll create blocked by field, which is a voucher, that is fine. And then blocked for, and let's make this 255. And here we'll add just reason, and it should be voucher. Let's make this a 255 as well. This could be null, so let's leave it at that and curate that. Timestamp So what this means is block by, that will be um, okay. Oh, we need to add another field. Sorry, user or admin ID. Oh, we don't need to read that. What we can just say is here block by, that will be either the ID of the person or the IP. So this field will be basically more of a drop down where you have two options: IP address or user ID. And then blocked for, that will be either the actual IP address or the user ID. So it depends. So basically, if blocked by is user ID, blocked for will be the actual value of the user ID. If blocked by is IP address, blocked for will be the actual IP address. So let's create that. Okay, this is done. We have, let's see how many more we have. We have item. This shouldn't be hard. Let's add item. Okay, of course we need an item ID or item. What we can say is we can have an item, we can have a name, we can have a description, we can have a name, description, quantity, QY, can have a price, it can have a category. In best practices, we create a separate table for the categories so we can manage that separately. But as I said, I always go for the ease of use for this tutorial. So we'll be creating the categories just on the front end, and they will be injected here, and then we will do some string manipulation to sort out the items in each categories. So ID, name, description, quantity, price, category. What else do we need? What else do we need? Oh man, forgot to add images. What we gonna do about that? What we gonna do about that? Let's just create images. This is gonna be really funny. Don't ever do it the way I'm gonna do it for having images for each item. You will see later what I mean. Okay, so let me just timestamp current stamp, and that's not now. Name, that should be 255. Description is definitely more of 500. Quantity is an integer. Price decimal. Category, that's fine. Images, let's just make this 500. Then no, this could be no for images. Let's apply. We will probably get an error. Oh, we did not get an error. So price. Next, what do we need? We need order list and order. Order list. Oh, Yes, we need to create order first. Let's just go here. Then we have order. Of course, we're gonna have ID. Oh, not IDX. So ID of the order, which is auto increment. We're gonna have total. We're gonna have shipping cost. I'll just put total shipping, and then here we'll have the user ID, which is order belongs to. Then we have a table here for created at, and here we have time stamp, not now, that would be current timestamp. Then user ID, of course, that would be an integer. Shipping, that would be decimal, and total, that would be decimal. Then be not now, an integer, and not now. So this is fine for order. Now order list, this will be the connection between the user, the order, and the items. So if you go here and we do order list, if we do order list, so yeah, let's go here, let's do ID auto increment, and ID auto increment. Yes, so what we need to do here, we need to put order ID, then item ID, order ID and item ID. That's how we link the orders and the items. Order ID, item ID, and created at. Yep, I think it's that simple. Timestamp. Then here we have current timestamp. Let's not know. Item ID, that will be an integer. Order ID be an integer. And of course we need to add a QTY field, which will be an int. Let's move this up one more time. Yep, this is fine. Perfect. Let's just hit apply. So yeah, if we display our tables here, yes, I think we're ready to start coding the back end, to work with the front end for now, as we have created all the tables we need for now. So yeah, this is it for the second part, which we just created. We basically created the tables what we need for this project. And I'll see you guys on the next video where we will be doing more coding. See ya.